Ladies and gents, welcome back. Unless you've been living under a rock for the past week or so, you would have heard of the hashtag TrudeauMustGo Trend, which has been going on for a while now. And the trend is testimonials of individuals, Canadians, giving a little bio of who they are and talking about how, according to Trudeau, they are some sort of an extremist and they need to be dealt with. Now, these are average Canadians just sharing how they feel about the whole situation. But there's one in particular that was shared just recently, and it is a very interesting one because of who it is. Now, this right here, Kyle Kemper, you may not know who this is, but you'll find out very soon. I'm 37-year-old father of 4.5. I'm guessing he has a dog. Entrepreneur, crypto OG, and proud Canadian. For 2 decades, I've been calling BS on the corporatocracy, and my brother, Justin Trudeau, has become captive in their scheme. It's time Trudeau must go and Canada to become a sovereign nation again. And this is amazing. There's even an article written about it. There's a thread, and I'm going to get to that soon. But there's an article written from the Daily Wire. This is what I'm saying, international news at this point. Justin Trudeau's half-brother turns on morally repugnant sibling as hashtag backlash grows. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is facing backlash from angry citizens inspired to level testimonial-style Twitter takedowns, with one of the most damning coming from his own half-brother, Kyle Kemper, who Trudeau's mother had with her second husband, Fred Kemper. Maybe that's a typo, I'm not sure. Fred Kemper has joined the hashtag TrudeauMustGo movement on Twitter, renewing his sibling feud. And while Kemper's criticism of his own half-brother is not entirely new, it seems to have hit a fever pitch. And again, here's the quote. I'm 37-year-old father of 4.5. Goes on to say, Trudeau sparred with conservatives earlier this year when he pushed vaccine mandates on the country, sparking the Freedom Convoy movement that shut down Ottawa for weeks. He has survived an election challenge, but has faced growing opposition from citizens and rising conservative leader Pierre Poilievre, which Pierre Poilievre just won a landslide in that case. 300,000 people turned out, bought memberships to the Conservative Party to vote for him in the efforts to get rid of Trudeau and see some real fiscal conservatism here in Canada. The Trudeau must go hashtag trended on Twitter over the weekend after a Calgary engineer named Martin Bélanger posted an emotional retort to Trudeau's declaration earlier this year that people who don't want the COVID vaccine don't believe in science. They are misogynistic, often racist, and should not be tolerated. Martin, who's known on Twitter as Martin Up North, I had a conversation with last night. So check out that video. Go to the channel link. It'll be one of the first links there. We had a conversation for about an hour, and it was a fantastic one. Amazing guy. Definitely go out and follow him on social media, also on YouTube. Trudeau delivered the remarks in French, and Bélanger said he was translating the clip when he realized the message was aimed at people like him. He responded with a tweet that went viral and sparked Kemper's similar testimonial, and thousands more, thousands and thousands more. I'm a 55-year-old Canadian, Bélanger tweet read, I'm married, father to 4, university-educated, perfectly bilingual. I'm an engineer, solving problems for 35 years. I'm a volunteer, hockey coach, and an avid outdoorsman. According to Trudeau, I'm an extremist who needs to be dealt with. And, of course, with the hashtag TrudeauMustGo and a picture of him with this handsome, handsome beard that's in a negative on the screen at the moment. But definitely go check that out. So many others have been tweeting on this same thread. But let's get into a little bit of what Trudeau's half-brother had to say in his subsequent thread that he put on this tweet. In terms of paths forward, do not despair. The world has never known such access to knowledge and resources. We are transitioning into a golden age. Focus your energy on criticizing by creating. Well, thanks. I think that's what I'm doing right here. I think this is one of these criticizing by creating things out in the space of information for people to absorb. These legacy centralized governance models were implemented in a pre-electricity era. It is time for us to adapt and create new models for democracy and civic responsibility. History has shown that as time passes, centralized systems become increasingly centralized and corrupt. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. A lot of people have been disconnected from their civic duties and, well, what the media is calling a populist movement, I see more as people realizing what their civic duties are and actually usurping them, taking them back and getting back involved in politics. And that's what we're seeing these days. From my perspective, it's time to rethink our model of governance and collaboratively develop new models that will achieve ideal outcomes that produce abundance, prosperity, and liberty for all Canadians. I would obviously say that the market economy does that quite well. And with smaller government getting out of our way, we might be able to achieve these things. He continues, following the Freedom Convoy, I wrote a short booklet about the concept of Canada. Tao, I'm guessing, is some Taoist, like Buddhist type thing. I'm going to look into it, and I encourage other people to look into it. Of course, the links will always be in the description down below. Go check it out. Kyle Kemper reading Canada, how to return to this, return the power to the people is his concept here. To my brother, Justin Trudeau, he continues to write, I hold love and space for you. Yeah, of course, maybe you do, and many Canadians don't, and our patience has run up. Your words and actions over the past 2 years have been deplorable and morally repugnant. I believe you are acting under duress, and it is time for you to release yourself from the spells that bind you. Amazing, amazing. So these are the words from the brother of Justin Trudeau in what is the biggest trend we've seen hit Canada in some time, and that is hashtag TrudeauMustGo. Keep that trend going. Get out on the Twitter spaces. I know I tell a lot of, I started off telling people I go to Twitter so you don't have to, but then I've been encouraging people to go to Twitter to engage in this discourse. Now, you must always realize that going to Twitter is not like having a normal conversation. What you're doing is having a conversation with an angry chihuahua behind a chain link fence. And that's kind of the way it goes on Twitter, but you're not really conversing with the bots or whatever you want to call them, people with their sock accounts, the vitriol. You're really trying to engage with people who are the viewing audience in this whole exchange. The vitriol is not something you need to add to the equation. There's enough of it already out there, but it's definitely the place where news hits first. So I encourage people to get out there and communicate with each other on this platform. But let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of this whole situation? I don't know much about Kyle Kemper, but what we do know is he's actually related to Trudeau and coming out saying, enough is enough. We've had enough. You need to step down. You need to call an election and let Canadians decide where we go forward with this instead of this dictatorial rule that we've been seeing for the past few years. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about this whole situation. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so now. I do lives every Friday at 6:30 Pacific time. But if you hit that notification bell, you'll notice every once in a while I'll have a guest come on. Yesterday, I had Marty up north, and we had a great conversation. So if you have the notification bell turned on, you'll get notified when these impromptu streams take place. Hit that like button, and we'll see you in the next one. Keep on trucking.